Yo, papers now. Immigration check.
I'm a police lieutenant, Phoenix PD. My badge is in my truck. Sure you are. Everyone's got a story.
Sister.
I'm Faye. I'm a police lieutenant, Phoenix PD. My badge is in my truck. Sure you are. Everyone's got a story. Show me documentation proving citizenship.
Correct.
My name is Lieutenant Marcus Hayes. Badge 2847. Call my precinct.
The body cam clicks on with a faint chirp, a digital eye opening to the night. Sodium streetlights smear yellow across the windshield of a parked sedan. The camera wobbles as the agent shifts his weight, the fabric of his jacket brushing the mic. There's traffic somewhere behind, a low hiss of tires on asphalt, a horn that blares once and cuts off. The car in front of him sits still, engine off, windows fogged slightly from the inside. He taps the glass with 2 knuckles, not hard, just enough to announce himself. Inside, the man looks up from his phone, late 30s, early 40s. Calm eyes. He doesn't startle, he studies the reflection first. Jacket, badge clipped at the belt, posture that assumes compliance. The window slides down halfway. Warm air leaks out, smelling faintly of coffee and something citrus. Evening, the agent says. His voice is neutral, practiced. I need to see your papers. The man blinks once. My what? Identification. Proof of lawful presence. The words come out smooth, almost bored. The agent's thumb hooks near his radio, not touching it. He leans back on his heels, owning the space. There's a pause, not long, just long enough for the camera to catch the man's eyes narrowing, not in anger, but calculation. He glances at the dashboard clock, then back. Is there a reason you're asking me that? He says. The agent exhales through his nose. A car passes behind them, headlights washing over the scene, flaring the lens white for a split second. When it clears, the agent's jaw is set. Routine check, he says. Step out of the vehicle. The man doesn't move. He reaches slowly into his jacket, 2 fingers visible, and pulls out a leather wallet. He opens it, not all the way, just enough to show a badge edge catching the light. I'm off duty, he says. Lieutenant Marcus Hill, City Police. The agent's eyes flick down, then back up. The mic picks up the faint click of his tongue against his teeth. Doesn't change anything, the agent says. Step out. The man's hand stays on the wallet. His other hand rests flat on the steering wheel, fingers spread. His breathing is even. You didn't answer my question. The agent shifts, boots scraping grit. Sir, don't make this difficult. A radio squawks somewhere, unintelligible, then silence. The agent's fingers finally brush the radio, pressing it lightly, not activating, just a touch. The man watches that hand. Am I being detained? He asks. The agent smiles just barely. Right now you're being asked to cooperate. Another pause. The city hums around them. An air conditioner rattling in a nearby building, distant laughter, a train horn far off. The man opens his door slowly. The hinges creak. He steps out. He's taller than the agent by an inch or 2, broad shoulders under a plain hoodie. His hands stay visible. Hands behind your back, the agent says immediately. For what reason? The agent's smile is gone. Now, the man looks past him, at nothing in particular. Then he brings his hands back, fingers interlacing loosely. The agent steps in, cuffs clicking open. The metal snaps around the man's wrists, a fraction tighter than necessary. The mic catches the sharp intake of breath that follows, controlled but there. Turn around, the agent says. The man turns. The camera now frames his face in profile. His jaw works once. He swallows. You're making a mistake, he says quietly. The agent steers him toward the hood of the car, presses him forward. Not a slam, a firm placement. The hood is still warm from the day. The man's cheek rests against it for a second before he lifts his head. What's your country of origin? The agent asks. The man lets out a short laugh, incredulous. It dies quickly. United States. Parents? United States. The agent leans closer. Grandparents? The man closes his eyes for a beat. When he opens them, they're hard now. You know exactly what you're doing. The agent straightens. I'm doing my job. A cruiser rolls by slowly, its headlights sweeping. It doesn't stop. The agent's radio crackles again. He turns his head, listens, then keys it. Yeah, he says. I've got one detained. Possible immigration violation. The man's shoulders tense. You're calling this in? The agent doesn't look at him. You should have complied. I did comply. The agent ignores that. He steps back, giving the camera a wider view. The empty street. The man cuffed against his own car. The agent standing square, feet apart. The power sits heavy in the air. Minutes stretch. Sweat beads at the man's hairline despite the night breeze. He shifts his weight, the cuffs bite. He inhales slowly through his nose. Can I at least see a supervisor? He asks. The agent's laugh is short. You are not in a position to make requests. A second set of headlights approaches, slower. An unmarked SUV pulls up, engine idling. Another agent steps out, younger, eyes darting. He takes in the scene, the badge on the man's wallet still visible where it's fallen open on the hood. What's going on? The second agent asks. Routine check, the first says. He's being uncooperative. The younger agent squints at the wallet. That a PD badge? The first agent's jaw tightens. Doesn't matter. The man turns his head as far as the cuffs allow. Read it, he says. It's not subtle. The younger agent hesitates. The camera catches it, a half step forward, then back. He reaches out, picks up the wallet, flips it open fully. His eyebrows lift. Lieutenant, he says, reading. Badge number. Don't, the first agent snaps. The younger agent looks up. Sir, maybe we should put it down. The wallet snaps shut, set back on the hood. The younger agent's mouth opens, then closes. He steps back, hands up slightly, palms out. The man exhales. This is recorded, he says, nodding toward the camera. The first agent glances at his own chest as if remembering it's there. His face hardens. Good, he says. Then it'll show you resisting. I haven't resisted anything. The agent steps closer again, invading the space. You questioned my authority. Silence falls. The city noise seems to dim, as if the world is holding its breath. The man's voice, when it comes, is low. Authority has limits. The agent's hand tightens on the cuffs. Not tonight. The younger agent shifts from foot to foot. We could run his name, he offers weakly. The first agent stares at him. You want to undermine me? The younger agent looks away. No, sir. The man laughs again, a single bark. There it is. The agent shoves him harder into the hood this time. The metal thumps. The mic crackles with the impact. Shut up, the agent says. A siren wails somewhere far off. The man's breathing quickens, then steadies as he counts it down. Listen, he says. You don't want this. The agent's eyes flicker just for a second. Then he steps back, keys his radio again. Requesting transport, he says. Detained individual refusing to provide documentation. The younger agent's shoulders slump. Time passes in fragments. The man's arms ache. His fingers tingle. He shifts his wrist minutely, trying to ease the pressure. The agent paces, boots crunching gravel. The camera swings with him, restless. Another vehicle arrives, this one marked. A patrol sergeant steps out, gray at the temples. He approaches, eyes scanning, reading the scene in seconds. He spots the wallet. What's this? He asks. Immigration stop, the agent says quickly. Subject's being difficult. The sergeant picks up the wallet, opens it. He reads. His eyebrows knit. Lieutenant Hill? He says. The man nods. Yes, sir. The sergeant looks at the cuffs. Why is he restrained? The agent answers before the man can. He refused to comply. The sergeant's gaze shifts back and forth, weighing. He looks at the younger agent who stares at the ground. He looks at the body cam, the red light blinking. Uncuff him, the sergeant says. The agent stiffens. Sir, Now, the cuffs come off with a metallic snap. The man flexes his wrists, grimacing slightly. He steps back, creating space, rubbing red marks. "This is going to be a problem," the sergeant says quietly, not looking at the agent. The agent's face flushes. "I was following protocol." The sergeant meets his eyes. "No, you weren't." The city noise swells back in. A bus rumbles past, its windows glowing. The man picks up his wallet, tucks it away. "You good?" the sergeant asks him. The man nods once. "I will be." The agent stands rigid, hands clenched. The camera captures the moment his certainty cracks, just a hairline fracture. "Clear the scene," the sergeant says. "Now." The agents disperse. The first agent lingers, then turns away. The camera keeps rolling, recording the empty street, as the man gets back into his car, sits for a moment, hands shaking just slightly before he grips the wheel. The engine turns over. The body cam catches the taillights fading, red dissolving into the night. The camera clicks off. Then on again hours later, inside a fluorescent-lit office. The same agent sits stiffly, back straight, hands folded. A supervisor's voice comes from off-camera, calm, clipped. "Walk me through it." The agent recounts, words polished, edges smoothed. He avoids looking at the screen where the footage is paused, the man's face frozen mid-sentence. "You demanded papers," the supervisor says. "Standard procedure. You detained a uniformed lieutenant without cause." The agent swallows. "I perceive noncompliance." The supervisor sighs. "This is going to escalate." It does, in increments, emails, internal reviews. The footage circulates, frame by frame, stripped of context and then drowned in it. The man files a complaint, then another. The agent is placed on leave, then brought back, then reassigned. Months pass. The body cam footage becomes evidence, played in a courtroom where the air smells like old wood and coffee. The man sits at a table now, suit pressed, wrists free. He listens as his own voice echoes from speakers, calm, asking questions that still hang unanswered. The agent sits across, jaw tight. He hears his own words, the tone he used, the pauses he didn't notice at the time. He watches himself on a screen, bigger than life, smaller than he remembers. The jury watches too. They notice the glance at the radio, the way the younger agent hesitated, the moment the sergeant intervened, the silence after "not tonight." No one lectures, no one needs to. The footage does the work. When the verdict comes, it's quiet. The number lands heavy, unreal. 13.9 million. The agent feels it like a physical blow, air leaving his lungs. Outside, cameras flash. The man steps into daylight, squinting. He answers questions with measured words. He talks about accountability. He doesn't raise his voice. Later, alone, he sits in his car again, hands on the wheel, the city humming around him. He flexes his wrists, faint scars still visible if you know where to look. Somewhere, a body cam clicks on for another night. The settlement check clears without ceremony. Numbers become real only when the bank teller's eyes widen for half a second before smoothing back to professional. The lieutenant nods, signs, thanks her. Outside, the sun hits hard, a clean blue that doesn't care what happened under streetlights months ago. He sits in his car longer than necessary, listening to the tick of cooling metal, the faint thrum of traffic threading the city back together. The footage keeps living without him. It plays on screens he doesn't see, training rooms, news segments muted in bars, a phone held sideways by someone waiting for a ride. People pause it at the same frames, the thumb near the radio, the smile that vanishes, the cuffs closing too tight. Each pause makes the room quiet in a way lectures never do. At the precinct, the lieutenant walks past faces that know his name now. Some nod, some don't meet his eyes. He signs forms with the same steady hand he used that night. A captain thanks him for his patience. Another asks if he's okay. He answers both the same way. He's learned the economy of words. The agent clears his locker alone. Cardboard box, the scrape of metal shelves. A badge laid face down because he can't decide what else to do with it. His phone buzzes and buzzes until the battery dies. He sits on the bench, elbows on knees, replaying a moment he can't locate anymore. The exact second where it tipped. He wants it to be later. He wants it to be earlier. The camera never blinks. In the courtroom hallway, a clerk shakes the lieutenant's hand. "Be safe," she says, like it's a goodbye you give to someone you'll never see again. He smiles, small. His wrists ache when rain comes now. He doesn't mention it. He notices how often his hands stay open when he talks. Weeks pass. The city rearranges itself. A mural goes up where a liquor store used to be. The bus route changes. The night sounds stay the same. Somewhere between dusk and dark, the lieutenant pulls over to help a stalled car. He keeps his distance. He announces himself clearly. He watches a young man's shoulders drop when he realizes what's happening. The exchange takes 3 minutes. No one records it. That's fine. The agent takes a job far from sirens. Warehouse light, steady hours. He tells people he needed a change. At night he wakes to the phantom click of a camera starting. He reaches for a radio that isn't there. He practices saying different words into the dark, testing how they land. None of them stick. On the anniversary of the stop, the lieutenant drives the same street without meaning to. The lights hum. The asphalt looks smaller than he remembers. He parks where it happened, sits with the engine off. A breeze lifts a paper cup and rolls it against his tire. He picks it up and drops it in a trash can. His phone vibrates with a message he doesn't read yet. Across town, a new recruit watches the video in a classroom that smells like coffee and dry erase. Markers. The instructor lets it play through without commentary. When it ends, the room stays quiet longer than planned. Someone clears their throat. The recruit notices a detail no one pointed out. The way the detained man keeps his voice even while his hands shake. He files it away. The lieutenant finally reads the message. It's from his mother. Just a heart and a prayer hands emoji. He replies with a thumbs up. He starts the car. As he pulls away, a patrol unit passes, slow, windows down. The officer inside lifts a hand in a brief, respectful wave. The lieutenant returns it. Somewhere, a body cam clicks on. Somewhere else, one doesn't. The night keeps moving. The street lights keep their color. And a man who once had to prove he belonged drives home with the windows cracked, breathing in citrus from a tree he didn't notice before. Hands steady on the wheel, eyes forward, the road opening without asking for anything at all.